wait a minute. I just changed my mind. Fuck Stizzy, bro. Steezy. What's like? You know what? The Steez?
Oh, the Steezy stories?
Stizzy, Izzy, Steezy stories.
Yeah, that one works.
We did it. What up, my sleazies and my steezies? This is Stizzy Izzy.
Dirty Birdo.
This week, what are we gonna talk about?
All right, Izzy, because you're the guy I gotta go to for this. I've been seeing it all over Facebook, IG, the internet. You know, this whole GameStop fiasco. Now, last week we talked about Bitcoin. You were kind of talking a little bit about it, but I figured you'd be the guy that knows what the fuck, what's going on.
Okay. So, for people that never heard of GameStop, it's just a company that sells video games. They were going under. They were about to. The stock was going down, and a bunch of, I don't know how many, but there was some pretty big hedge funds that were shorting the stock, which basically means I'm betting on you to lose, and if you do lose, I'm gonna make money. And that's basically what was going on with hedge funds. That's how they make their money. The thing with GameStop was they overdid it. They bet, I think, 140% of the stock. So basically they were betting shares that didn't exist. Oh. And they were basically just, it's almost like going to Vegas and betting with your credit card. And not only are you betting with your credit card, you're making really risky bets. You know what I'm saying? 140%?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. So if you lose that money, you owe a lot of money.
Okay.
So basically what happened was Reddit, and a lot of people don't know about Reddit. Reddit it's social media, but it's anonymous.
It's like it's a forum.
Yeah, it's forum. It's basically just a bunch of people posting links of, you know, like whatever content you want. But there's this subreddit which is called Wall Street Bets. And what they did was they all got together and said, hey, you guys, look what these guys are doing. They're gonna kill GameStop. Let's screw these guys over. So everybody starts buying GameStop, and then all of a sudden the price goes from nothing to like $400.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden people are millionaires overnight. People that invested, you know, like tens of thousands of dollars, like they made bank.
I seen posts about the top investors that did this in the Reddit feed were in the billions. They made it combined. They made like at least $2 billion.
Bro, honestly, this was one of the greatest, like I don't want to call it an attack, but it's basically what it was. It was just basically the people revolting and saying, you know what?
That's how you storm the Capitol.
Exactly. That's how you storm the freaking Capitol, bro. You basically say, screw Wall Street, and we're going to bet against these guys. And what they did was, if you guys want to know what shorting a stock is, it's, remember the example we said earlier?
Yeah.
So you have a car. He's going to let me borrow that car. I know that I got to give this car back to him within a year. I sell the car because I know that in a year it's going to be worth less. Okay. So what I do is I sell the car, and then a year later I buy the car back for less than what I paid for it, and I keep the profit that I made because I'm going to give the car back. That's basically what people do when they short a stock. They're basically borrowing a stock and saying, I know it's going to be worth less later. I'm going to sell the stock, buy it back later, I'll give it back to you. So what's going on with all these hedge funds is like they bet so much money that like now, since GameStop went up, they gotta pay that amount for the same price that they sold it for, which was nothing. So now basically it's just like these hedge funds are losing billions of dollars. And
like, that happened, right?
Yeah.
Hedge funds were losing billions, and then this whole Robinhood shit happened. Now I know Robinhood. Everybody's been telling me about it. You know that. Hey, you could buy stocks and whatever, you know, it's a hand app, portable app that is letting the average person, the middle class person, start getting their hands into stocks. That's what it was supposed to be for.
Exactly.
Now tell me what the issue with that was.
All right, so Robinhood is owned by the same hedge fund that got hit So what happened was they went on Robinhood, and not just Robinhood. Like that's one of the biggest ones that did it. But all these other stock exchanges were doing the same thing. They were basically saying you can't buy GameStop, you can only sell, and everybody was just like, what the hell? Like they're doing this is illegal. Like you can't be manipulating stocks like that.
Hey, these billionaires are gonna lose money, so stop
doing that. Exactly. So that's why they said no. Hold out and hold the GameStop stock as long as you can, so we can screw these guys over, because it gives them 35 days for them to repay that money.
Yeah.
If you hold GameStop for 35 days, it's gonna be worth that much more when they have to repay that money. So they're gonna go bankrupt, dude. Like these.
Because it hasn't been 30 days.
Not yet. That's what they're saying, telling people hold GameStop as long as you can.
Wow.
Yeah, because it's tough, man. Because if you hold on to it, you're not making money. Like if you sold when it was at the peak, you're making bank.
Yeah.
But if not, you might be losing money. So that's what we're telling people is do it. The guys that are doing it right now, they're doing it for a principle. They're saying we just want to screw over these hedge funds. We don't care how much money we lose.
Fuck.
It's like screw the system.
Pretty much.
Exactly. They're saying screw the system.
All right. So that happens. And I feel like there's a lot of big things exposed in this. So what are the big things that you say would be exposed?
So think about it like this. So the stock market, it's not rigged for the common man. It's rigged for these hedge funds. At the end of the day,
a hedge fund is a group of people.
A hedge fund, basically, it's
a group of people with
millions. So what they basically do is they invest a lot of people's money. It's like a big fund where their fund is so big that they can influence the stock market because they're know what I'm saying, they have so much power.
It's okay. So it's like
if you have that much buying power, you can buy more stocks. You can make more money.
It's like bullying people in poker.
Almost, yeah, because your stack is so much bigger.
So I'm gonna bet this much because
I know that you can't.
Yeah,
exactly. That's because
poker now.
Think about it like this. There was a study that said the richest people of the world of before COVID got even richer during COVID.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, the rich people are just gonna keep getting richer no matter what. Just because if you have more money, you have more money to invest, you make more money. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
So this whole GameStop fiasco thing, it just exposed how rigged, the whole stock market is
for the rich.
It's rigged for the rich and rigged negatively for the poor. So we're for the common man. So that's why we're going to segue into this with Bitcoin.
Yeah.
That's basically what Bitcoin is. Basically what happened with GameStop is what Bitcoin was. Bitcoin was, the money system, the cash system is rigged. I'm not going to do this. I'm going to buy another. I'm gonna make my own money. Mm-hmm. So that's basically once they made Bitcoin, Bitcoin became decentralized. Nobody can control it. Nobody can say I own all the Bitcoin. You have to distribute that wealth between all the people that own the Bitcoin.
Yeah.
So basically, it's nobody has control over it. You can't say I'm gonna hack the system and I'm gonna take all your Bitcoin. It's that's just not how it works. You have to crack all these codes and everything, the algorithms, and it's really hard. It's almost impossible to hack Bitcoin because it's a blockchain. Everything is even if there was one wallet that had fake Bitcoin, as soon as it got into the network, it would just say, this isn't a real Bitcoin, because the rest of the network says, hey, this isn't real. So that's what Bitcoin is. It's every single person that has Bitcoin has basically a copy of the ledger of every single transaction that has ever existed.
Do you guys
see what I'm saying? So you can tell when someone else's Bitcoin is fake because it won't. The system won't let it work. You can't hack Bitcoin.
I'm about to get a little conspiratorial over here, but this is just from what I've known from history. Okay. Is America especially will send over these financial hitmen. Have you heard of it?
Economic hitmen.
Economic hitmen. There's plenty of documentaries on Netflix if you have to.
Yeah.
But a lot of them are places where money is becoming centralized away from the bank. So Saddam was trying to create his own currency for Iraq.
Mm-hmm.
What's his name? With the all-female Gaddafi.
Oh, okay.
Gaddafi was trying to create the afro. Right?
So he wanted his own currency as well.
Yeah. Lincoln, I'm going way back now, was trying to create the greenback.
Yeah.
And then Kennedy was trying to get rid of the banking system because he realized.
So you think
So what,
You think the government is gonna try to suppress it?
so that's what I'm getting at.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing
But
about
that's what also makes it more valuable.
Here's the thing about that though, what you just said. I thought about that too, but I'm like, if they were gonna do that, they would have done it at least 10 years ago.
So it's too late.
It's too late now because like they supposedly, I don't know if this is true. I just read a bunch of articles here and there, but like basically, Chase or JP Morgan, whatever, they bought a bunch of, or Goldman Sachs and all these other like. All these people, all these big investors are investing into Bitcoin. Like if Elon Musk, if Jack Dorsey from Twitter, like if they're investing their money, you think they're gonna say, hey, you guys are gonna lose your money too? Like, nah, we own the world. Like, imagine the guy that owns Twitter, the CEO of Twitter. How are you gonna tell him that his money is worthless?
Yeah.
He started the Cash App, and then the Cash App sells Bitcoin. So
Yeah,
he's smart. Like he knows what he's doing. Like that's you're saying.
Oh, you do your research one night.
Sometimes, sometimes.
All right, so let's gonna get to my last topic. My last question.
Okay.
So what the fuck is Dogcoin?
Doggy coin?
Dogecoin.
Dogecoin. Nobody knows how to pronounce it. I don't know. Nobody cares.
It
doesn't matter.
It's dog.
It's all right. It started off as a meme, like just to prove like, hey, you can have a cryptocurrency. Why can't I? And it's just like, hey, like somebody just started it, and it was just a meme. And like, whenever all the Bitcoins go up, I mean, like all the different altcoins, whenever they go up, whenever Bitcoin goes up, they all go up with it.
Okay.
But they go up and down in different proportions. So it's like, let's say Bitcoin goes up 10%, they'll go up like 20% or some shit, right? But sometimes like Bitcoin goes down like 20%, like they'll go down 50%. Like so it's like it's scary. Like the jumps are scarier with the altcoins because they're just like all over the place.
That's why you say higher risk, but
like also worse reward.
It could be higher reward.
Higher risk, high reward.
There you go.
But it's also like it's really dangerous. It's like
okay.
For me,
so do the safe bet with the Bitcoin.
With Bitcoin, I know I know Bitcoin is gonna go up regardless because it was the first one. It was the OG. Because whenever Bitcoin goes up and down, all the other ones get affected. It's not like, oh, Ether is going up, then Bitcoin is gonna go up with it. No, they're all dependent on Bitcoin. So it's like you can't kill the dad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The dad is the OG. It's like you can have Burger King, you can have Carl's Jr., but McDonald's is Big Daddy. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it is. McDonald's is always gonna make more money than all of them.
True.
It's just they got more McDonald's everywhere. It's just that's how it is, right?
Dang.
So it's just like you can't beat big. There's always gonna be those other coins. They're never gonna die down.
Yeah, it doesn't mean they're worthless.
Yeah, they're not worthless. You can make. I made a lot of money when I was on Ether. I bought a bunch of Ether, but then I also lost a lot of money too. So I was just like, is it worth it? I was like, let me just keep it all. I just converted all of it to Bitcoin. I just said I'm gonna keep it where Big Papa is. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, dude. I mean, honestly, dude. Like, it's at the end of the day. Like, I just see it as the greatest investment tool that anybody can have. I've never seen any other stock, any other bond, any other like real estate, any other investment where it's multiplying that many times. It's just like, and the longer you hold it, the more money you make.
And it just makes more sense with the way technology is going and everything.
It's all gonna be digital.
Yeah, it's all gonna be digital. So, I guess after how long have we been friends? 16 years?
I forgot, bro.
After 16 years, I could finally say, all right, Izzy, I'll listen to you.
All I'm
you convinced me.
All I'm saying is, it's not just for an investment. It's like we're doing this to fuck, just like the GameStop situation. It's to fuck over the system. Because remember we talked about it. Remember when we were talking about during our last videos where money is not real.
Yeah.
Money is a debt.
Yeah.
Bitcoin is not a debt. Bitcoin is real value. Bitcoin is gold.
Oh,
gold. That's what it is.
Bitcoin is bringing the gold standard back.
Bitcoin is gold, and then all these other like Dogecoin and all these other coins are silver and bronze and like tungsten.
Bro, if you just
that's all it is, bro.
How dare you hit me with analogies?
That's all it is, bro.
Wow,
that's all it is.
All right. If this didn't make sense to you, don't worry, you're not the only one. It didn't make sense to me either. But hopefully, Izzy shed some light on the situation. That was very informative.
You know what? All I'm saying is screw the stock market, screw like Wall Street, screw all that shit. Like just invest in yourself and just be your own bank. You know what I'm saying? The government can't touch your Bitcoin. The government can't seize those funds.
Touch my Bitcoin.
The government can't touch
y'all. Appreciate y'all tuning in. appreciate it. Hopefully this was informative. If you have any questions,
Feel free to ask. Drop a comment in the description.
tell us how much Bitcoin you
I
like.
said drop a comment in the description.
We done.
Leave it in, bro. Leave it in. Leave it in.
Done.
Who cares?
Like,
All right.
subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Peace.